As 2023 comes to a close, we'll devote today's broadcast to looking back on the year that was. A year marked by milestones for Kansas City, with several positives that could shape the metro for years to come. But we can't ignore the heartache at home and the events that ripped families apart this year.
We love you.
We love you.
Kansas City had another violent year, one of the deadliest on record. More than 170 men, women, and children gone, taken by violence. 2023 also marked the first full year on the job for KCPD Chief Stacey Graves, who told me early on she planned to get everyone involved in curbing violence.
It's going to have to be a collective Kansas City, and when I say that, what I'm talking about is our leaders, our city services, our community groups, our neighborhoods, our social service agencies, obviously law enforcement, the criminal justice system. I mean, all of that has to work together for us to really make the impact on violent crime that really needs to happen.
Since our discussion, the chief has held listening sessions trying to gather input from a community constantly hurting from these constant losses that grow every week. And we've seen a number of neighborhood events meant to curb crime, too. There are even programs like the KC 360 initiative working in the city's Santa Fe neighborhood to clean up the area, try to get results. Police are also changing the way patrol officers are deployed. Starting an 11-hour schedule next month, the KCPD hopes will allow for more proactive activities, not necessarily reacting to crime. Local leaders also worked this year to shore up extremely long wait times for KCPD's 911 system, which are still higher than the national standards. Those plans are still in the works. We've invited Chief Graves to come back on our program in the new year. We hope to sit down with her soon. Bloodshed overseas also caused ripple effects here at home. The deadly Hamas attack on Israel stunned the world. The murders of more than 1,200 people led to a military response from Israel that continues today. It also sparked a warning from law enforcement agencies in the U.S. about anti-Semitism and Islamophobia, something we've discussed here on the program.
You know, when we're in a situation where you can't even go to a church and speak about the situation without having security, it's a sad state of affairs.
I was told that 21 members of my family were killed in an Israeli airstrike. The loss of my family and the 5,000 plus other innocent Gazan civilians, it's devastating.
Since October, the death toll is now above 21,000 in Gaza, according to Palestinian health officials. And despite a short ceasefire, the war is still waging on. This year, the world was able to move on from another dark time, putting the pandemic in the rearview mirror. On May 11th, the United States federal COVID emergency officially came to an end. The move meant that you've had to pay or rely on insurance for testing and vaccinations. We also haven't seen as much reporting on infection rates, and while we have seen a rise in infections, we haven't really seen the health system overrun or a huge spike in COVID deaths this year, thankfully. But the end of the COVID emergency didn't mean an end to problems caused by the pandemic. Regulators continue to fight rising prices, with rate hikes continuing through 2023. Most recently, though, the Fed chose to keep rates the same and strongly suggested rate hikes are done for now. By the way, Missourians will get a bit of relief from inflated prices in the new year. The minimum wage is going up 30 cents to $12.30 an hour. Thousands of homeowners in Jackson County got quite the surprise and sticker shock with soaring property assessment valuations. Values went up about 30% on average, which meant higher taxes.
I was shocked. My heart stopped. It was unbelievable.
To me, it's like they're trying to get a lot of our seniors out of their homes. And where are we going to go?
I don't know where the American dream went, but it's turned into a nightmare.
Thousands of people appealed their assessments, and the county still has a lot to go through. There are class action lawsuits against the county, too, an ongoing audit from Missouri State's auditor, and now the trouble is paying for this all. Residents, taxpayers waiting on appeals are left having to guess how much to pay the county in taxes for this year. 2023 also became known as the year of the strike. TV writers, actors, and auto workers all walked off the job and onto picket lines. Thousands of workers of the big three automakers picketed for better pay and benefits. Ford Clay-Como plant kept business as usual for a rolling strike, while workers at GM's Fairfax plant in KCK stopped work because of a lack of parts. We caught up with the head of the union chapter representing Fairfax workers at the start and the end of the strike.
But this cause is righteous. This cause is right. We're fighting for the middle class in this country. We're fighting for the middle class in this KC metro area, and that's the reason why we were able to justify standing out there and doing what we had to do.
Union members under GM, Ford, and Stellantis all agreed and ratified the new contract offers, with all three securing at least 25% in wage increases over the next 4 years. Months before, Kansas City kept its focus not on cars and trucks, but planes and the largest infrastructure project in the city's history. February's grand opening of the new Kansas City International Airport Terminal was an event. A big ceremony welcomed the very first travelers. The new single terminal layout is very different and much larger, featuring 40 gates and modern amenities, bringing the city into the modern travel age. That is not to say that everything went off without a hitch. Over the last 10 months, we have seen issues like damage to the new flooring, long lines to pick up passengers. Kansas City's new aviation director tells me she gets it. There's definitely an adjustment period here. How do you learn from those issues, and how do you grow here?
So yeah, we have a different facility, and so there's always going to be a little bit of growing pains. We had an older facility that had more commercial curb length, and so maybe less enforcement. So we've done a lot of education, a lot of training, a lot of enforcement, both of traffic control officers who are saying, move on along. We've increased our cell phone law knowledge. Where is it? How to be there. Wait until your passenger actually gets their bags and gets to the curb before you come down. We have 2 lanes. Use both of them. It's okay. We're Kansas City nice. We like to get in line and not cut. But we're looking at some long-term issues. How do you build a different infrastructure? Do we need 3 lanes? Do we need to close off lanes? Is the cell phone lot in the right place? What amenities do our passengers need as they're waiting for their loved ones to arrive? So we're looking at all things, and we continue to learn the intermediate, the long term, and grow for our passengers.
I'll speak in depth with Melissa Cooper, Kansas City's new Director of Aviation, about the challenges and opportunities facing the new KCI next Sunday here on Heart of the Matter.